Welcome back, everybody. This is My Journey 4K. We are back in IMSA in the Dallara P217. Let's get into it. Looks like we're starting this race in P4 today. Strength of the field is 1704. We're coming into this race with a 1909 rating. This is a 35-minute race. We'll need to stop at least once for fuel. It is an A license requirement for entry. It is fixed setup, so we're not really allowed to make many changes to our car. This is multi-class racing. We'll see 3 classes here: the GTP hypercars, the LMP2 prototypes, and the GT3 manufacturer race cars. Closing the gap on third now. Looks like they may have made a mistake. Battle for 6th behind us is going too wide into turn 1. Looks like we're starting to open up the gap to the car behind anyways now. We are currently in 4th. Closing the gap to 3rd. We were right there with them recently. They made a mistake, it looked like. It was through this area. Looks like we're right up on their tail again. Not going to be able to make a move yet. They're going a little wide into the grass. Probably slight off track there for them. Right up there on the tail of 3rd place now, putting the pressure on them. Looking to get by here. Maybe we can get a run on them into turn 1 in the draft right now. Not quite as close as I'd like to be. We'll see if we try and make the move. We are closing in a little bit. Normal braking line here. We lost a little bit of time that lap, but we can see how big the gap is opening up to the car behind in 5th. Oh, car's off the track in front of us. Was that the leader? I think it may have been. Now right on the tail, the car in front of us. This is the battle for second in our class. Slow GT3 to the inside, not gonna affect us though. GTP cars really haven't gone that far. We are currently in 3rd in our class, pressuring 2nd place right on their tail. Wondering when we're going to try and make the move here. Starting to get a shot of all 3 classes right now. That's the leader in our class having an issue, slowed down quite a bit. We're right on their tail, getting up, caught up with the GT3 traffic. We're going to go around the outside. Still in 3rd, but right there, nose to tail with 1st and 2nd. It is a very tight group for the lead right now. More GT3 cars trying to go side by side out of these final corners as LMP2 cars are passing. Very risky move there. Within a second of 2nd and 1st place in our class right now. Starting to catch some more GT3 cars. We're going to try and slip through here and stay with the lead group. Whoa, slow GTP off to the side there. That is a Porsche hypercar. We're going to slow up the cars behind us, but not the ones in front of us too much. Still pressuring 2nd place for that position. Currently 3rd in our class. Catching some more GT3 cars. This one's missing the front end. Oh no, the GT3 just cut us off. 4th place is now caught back up. They were earlier, I think, the leader, or in 2nd at least. GT3 traffic slowed us up big time there. They're going to try and go to the inside. They can defend. We're going to slow up a little extra and let them by. Worried about their dangerous driving ability. We'll see how this turns out. Well, something happened there. We made the move back up into 3rd. Not sure what that was exactly. Second is still pressuring 1st here. We've got more GT3 traffic ahead, it looks like. sliding out of those corners. We're still in front. Catching another group of GT3s ahead. We're not going to catch them before turn 1. But first place and second place are caught up in that group right in turn 1. That is probably going to slow them down quite a bit for us. Hopefully we can close that gap up. Going in the grass just a little bit. I don't think that's an off track though. Still third in our class. Catching GT3s in an inconvenient position. I'm going to stick to the inside. Catching right back up to second place here. Slipping through that traffic much better. We've got another car right on our tail as well. Corvette in front of us. It's going to allow us to really close the gap to second place now, nose to tail. It's possible we'll try and make an inside move here if there's no GT3s in the way. Oh, we don't have it. Hoping for them to make a mistake. They sort of did. They went a little wide. GT3 spinning out in front of us. Looks like they did that all on their own. Nose to tail with second place. We can see first not too far ahead as well. They are going to go defensive. We'll take the outside line. We're going side by side into turn 1. We're trying to make them make a mistake. Another GT3 car just ahead. Smoke up here in this corner. More GT3s just ahead. Nose to tail was second. We also have fourth right behind us still. Just not getting the best opportunities for passes here. Car in front going off in the grass. They come back on aggressively. Nose to tail now with second once more. Coming into the main straight. GT3 car is going to pull off to the side and get out of the way. That has opened up the gap to fourth a little bit, but we are up here right in second place. Draft. Losing some position to first because of the traffic. We're going to split the GT3 car, going 3 wide briefly. We have a run on them. We're coming up to defend our position. Another GT3 ahead. We're going to touch. GT3 is going to hit the other side. Unbelievable how much this car is willing to defend this right now. Going to try and wreck us rather than just defending the position. We're going to pull into the pit stops early. I think maybe we've got a little bit of damage to repair here. I don't think this is the best time to pit. Car in front had been slowing us down quite a bit though, and we're gonna have to go past that GT3 traffic again. Guess maybe it's better we do it early, we get our damage fixed. Hopefully we don't need to get tires. Pit window really had just opened. It looks like we're sitting there for repairs, and we're off. Took those few seconds of repairs. We're gonna have to make that up on track now. Well, now we have hypercars catching us. We're going to come out behind everybody here in GT3 cars. So it might be a little beneficial. Oh, right next to a GTP is where we're going to come out. So mostly the back of the GTP field, we did avoid having to deal with any of that. Take it easy around this GT3 car, the McLaren. They're letting us by. So we'll have to get by most of the GT3 field again. That's going to slow us up a little bit, but we've made our pit stop now. We should be good to the end on fuel. We'll have to see what kind of position we end up in here. We were battling for second. Inside of the GT3 car, it looked like they were going to go off into the grass. Saw them make a mistake earlier. GT3 car just ahead, no front end on there. We have been catching a GTP, this Cadillac. Side by side with them briefly, they made a mistake, it looked like. GTP now going to go off into the grass. We're going to pass them now. That is not good news for us. Usually we're hoping they get by and they stay in front of us and get away. They are a faster class. That is how it should work. Looks like we're in 9th in our class. GTP cars catching back up to us a little bit there on that back stretch. We're going to see if they can keep it out of the grass up here, maybe let them by. If they can keep up with us. Doesn't look like they're quite close enough to make the pass anytime soon. Don't know if they've held off or whatnot. They're looking to just make the pass on the main straight here. GTP car is going to try and pass on the inside in turn 1. We'll see if they can hold on to it. They have. Hopefully they stay out of the way now. Catch the GT3 traffic again. Bigger group here. Looks like that's 6th place in GT3. We have a couple more to get by. Looks like we're still 9th in our class. Other people will still have to make their pit stop. We've already made ours. We were battling for 2nd. And we took our stop. 2nd was holding us up quite a bit. We took a little bit of damage because of them, I think. We were in the pit lane for a little longer than we wanted to, but looks like we've got that completely repaired now. Running down the rest of the field, 5th place in GT3 just ahead. We're going to go by on the inside up here. This is 4th and 3rd in the GT3 class here, I think. McLaren and then a BMW. Try for the inside here. I think we have it. Taking the curb quite a bit, but we'll stay in front without issue. LMP2 car coming out of the pits right now. They are going to be in front of us when they exit. We're going to be right on their tail though. Looks like they were in 5th when they pitted, or at least when they crossed the start-finish line. We are right on their tail, starting to catch a GT3 car. Looks like we possibly have a run on them here. Inside or outside, we'll see. We're flashing our lights. We're going to defend the inside. We're going to go outside. Very close. We did make the pass. They're flashing their lights, but we did warn them earlier. We had the run. I knew we could see us closing that gap on them. Maybe we slowed up a little bit to make the pass even. They're going to continue to flash their lights at us. They didn't like it, but we did make that pass clean. Looks like they're trying to dive on us there. Not the best move. Oh, we're slightly off in the grass there. It looks like we're back up to 6th in our class. That would mean a few other cars have made the pit stop. They're going to need to do it soon. Everybody, the pit window's going to be closing. Car behind went out on the grass and is losing even more time to us, so really don't know why they're complaining so much still. Trying to dive on us in the corner and flashing their lights. We clearly have pace over them. We're just driving away now. Looks like we're back up to 5th in our class right now. Not all cars have made their pit stops, I think. Well, now I can't even see the car behind anymore. It looks like they possibly have gone off somewhere. We've completely run away from them. We have a very clear track in front and behind right now. I think we finally got past the GT3s and we were right behind the whole group of hypercars there. We didn't even really have to worry about them too much except for the one that finally got past us again. More GT3s are ahead. Is this the back end of the field, or did they make their pit stops recently and that's why we're catching them again? Looks like we have a couple more GT3s. We'll probably catch the one on the main straight here. The other one possibly pulled into pit lane. Yep, they pulled into the pits. We're gonna have a clear track all the way through turn 1 now, which is pretty good. GT3 coming out of the pits. Uh-oh, 4th in our class now. GT3's ahead, going side by side. I think that is a back marker GT3. No? 7th in their class. They're pulling into the pits though. So we only have one to pass here. McLaren. Gonna use their draft, go to the inside. Another GT3 coming out of the pits just ahead of us. We'll see if we can't get by them quickly. Are they gonna just let us by? They were the leader, it looks like, in their class. We're gonna hug the outside. Still 4th in our class. Pit window should be closing, I think, this lap. Oh, don't know what happened there. I'm looking at something else. It's okay though, catching another GT3 car. This one's a Mustang. Looks like there are GTP cars behind starting to close in. A few minutes remaining in the race. I think the pit window is closed now. I can see some more LMP2 cars not too far ahead. We're back up into 3rd in our class. So I think I can see 1st and 2nd, not too far ahead, but they are a few seconds up there. That is probably the difference to us sitting there in pit lane getting damage repair. Doesn't seem we've closed that up. Slow GT3 car ahead. They're gonna just let us by. Whoa, slow pass on the GT3 car up ahead. They've been moving fairly slow though, letting a lot of people by. If the GTP car behind us is the leader, the overall leader, then this is probably the last lap. We'll have to see if they can catch and pass us before then, or if we just let them by. GT3 cars ahead going side by side. Time is going to expire shortly. If this is the leader and they get by us before the time expires on this lap, this could be the last one. If they don't get by, we'll definitely go another lap. Let's see, doesn't look like they're going to. They're starting to get past the GT3 traffic behind. For now, we're going to stay in front. Another GT3 car there in between us. The GTP hypercar didn't make it by before the start-finish line. They're down there celebrating their victory. We're going to have to run another lap, though. Still third in our class. That does give us an opportunity to run down first and second if they make any mistakes this lap. Every car behind us is finished though, 4th place and beyond, in our class anyway. It was very close. I'm pretty sure that was the race leader behind us. We're going to stay one more lap ahead. I don't see anyone else making a mistake in front of us at the moment. Alright folks, that'll do it. We started the race in 4th. We finished 3rd on the podium. Our rating went from a 1909. We gained 37 points. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.